Welcome back to another video. It's Thomas from the Barber Style Directory, and today I have something completely new for you guys. Over the past several weeks, I've been looking at several comments on different haircut tutorials all over YouTube, and one thing that I found in common was that a lot of people are still scared to cut their own hair. You can watch 1,000 tutorials and build up all of this confidence to cut your hair, but as soon as it's time to cut those clippers on, all of that confidence goes out the window. Now what I've decided to do is, I've chosen a model to cut their own hair, and they're going to use the Hot Taper for Beginner haircut tutorial that I put out a month or so ago, and they're going to use that video as a guide. And no, he does not have any haircutting experience. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I don't believe in putting out a false product or trying to fool anybody. He's just like anybody else. He doesn't have any experience cutting his hair. Now, I have to make a disclaimer. Since this will be the first time that he's cut his hair, it's not going to look like he just left the barbershop. The purpose of this video is for anyone that's cutting their hair for the first time. You don't want to butcher your haircut to the point that you have to just buzz it all off or even cut it bald, worst case scenario. And you don't want to push your line back a full inch. The purpose of this video is to teach you how to cut a simple haircut that will keep you looking presentable until you're able to go back to your barber. Now this should be very interesting. I can't wait to see how it turns out. I'm going to wish Garrett good luck, and let's get into the video right now. Okay guys, so now we're about to begin the haircut. So the first step, he's going to comb his hair out. He has a number 3 guard and the lever is fully open. So now he's going to turn the clipper on and he's going to cut his hair with the grain.
First off, I want to commend Garrett for even having the guts to even cut his own hair. Like I said, I know that takes a lot of confidence, so shout out to him. And we have to practice social distancing, so this is my way of getting creative with the videos. So for those of you out there that say, hey, I can't cut my own hair, literally you're looking at somebody doing this for the first time. And like I said earlier, the purpose of this video is just to give you a nice enough cut to maintain just before you can go back to your barber.
Okay, so now he's using the cut buddy. Hold it up for me. So he doesn't want to go too high on his guideline, so he's going to place it on the side of his temple, so that way he has a guide.
Okay, so before we did this part, it was really funny. So he was a little nervous about taking his guidelines up too high. So I got creative and used the cut buddy so he wouldn't go up above the length that he was supposed to. So you can not only use this tool to line yourself up, but you can also use it to do your complete haircut. It's really helpful if you're scared to go too high on your guidelines. So I checked his guidelines and he just needed to tweak them just a little bit for the hot taper, but we got them right. Okay, so now we're good to go. Here he's just trying to get comfortable with the clippers in his hand and he's working on the flicking motion. I was trying to coach him through this as he was doing it. So here we're going to take the lever fully open. And one thing that I was really impressed about, he was really comfortable doing this. Like once he calmed down from initially cutting the hair down on top, he got pretty comfortable with the clippers in his hand. Okay, now we're about to start attacking that bottom guideline. Okay, so right here, he got a little happy and he went up too high on his guideline. See how he went up just a little too far, but it's no worries. So that's what I want to tell you guys. Don't panic if you go up a little too high. As long as you don't go past that second guideline, you're okay. So I told him not to freak out. So the only thing we did was we closed the lever halfway and then we went right up under that next guideline. Like I said, the first time you do this, you're not going to be perfect at it. And that's the, That's the thing about learning. It's called trial and error. Like you said, you won't be a pro the first time, but the more and more you do it, the more you'll learn. Okay, so here we have the number 2 guard on with the lever fully open. And right here, he's just debulking. I told him to make sure that he holds his ear down so the guard doesn't catch his ear. And then he's just smoothing it down, going with the grain. All right, now we move on to the 1.5 guard, and the lever is fully open, and he's going under that 2 guard. Like I said, I was really impressed with how comfortable he was. And then here I believe the lever is closed. Like I said, we're just debulking the hair. And then once again, we're going with the grain just to smooth everything. We're basically just smoothing the blend in together. Okay, now we have on the 1 guard, and the lever is fully open, and we're going under that 1.5. And I told him to start behind the ear just so it'll make for a better transition. And once again, like I said, just be careful not to go up too high. Okay, so now we're going to close the lever and go up under that 1 open. And as you guys can see, the blend is really coming together. For this to be his first time, he's actually doing a great job. And that's why I said, once you get over that initial fear, you will see that as long as you follow the steps, you will get a blend. All you have to do is just follow the steps. So here we have the 1/2 guard, and then he's going up under that 1 guard. And the lever is halfway open. And if you notice, he's taking his time. That's one thing that I made sure to tell him, that, hey, we're not about to rush through this haircut. So take your time and you'll get it. And as you guys can see, for this to be his first taper, you guys saw I didn't help him with anything. He literally did this by himself.
So he just used the cut blade to give himself an outline. That way he doesn't push his line back too far. Now the objective of this lineup is not to be super crisp. He just wants to clean up his line. So of course it's not gonna look as sharp as if he would go to the barbershop. He just wants to maintain his hairline so he'll look presentable.
So one important thing that I stressed to him when doing his lineup, I said, hey, we're not trying to get the most crisp lineup you've ever had. What we're trying to do is, we're just trying to clean your edge up. We're just trying to clean your line up so that way you don't look like a caveman. That's all we're trying to do. We're not going for crispy, we're going for clean. So basically he's only just tracing over the white line that he just made. I told him make sure that he doesn't go past that white line. He can cut on the line, but just don't go past it. So if you're a beginner, I think this is a very helpful technique, just until you feel comfortable enough to do it on your own. And now he's just gonna take some alcohol and just wipe the residue away. And you can see that his lineup is very clean now.
Okay, so here's the finished product. So as you can see, we used the cut buddy to line him up, and then he went through all the steps to do his taper. Turn your head to the right.
All right.
See, he cleaned his neckline up. And then turn this way. Yep. He still has the other side to do, but you get the gist of what he's done. And see, the cut buddy, it really helped to, he followed that guideline to really help him give him a smooth line. So it's not the crispest line, but it'll still maintain him.